G'day everyone, I'm Arjay Martin. So I was a lead Senate candidate for the Great Australian Party, GAP, as you probably know the party by, the acronym. And basically this is a quick video to address some issues that some people have been bringing to my attention and commenting on, complaining about not receiving enough information from the Great Australian Party generally, etc. So I'm not speaking on behalf of the Great Australian Party. I'm speaking on my own behalf. So one of the questions related to what's happening with GAP/Rod Culleton and the Privy Council. So I assume that the matter is still before the Privy Council or the Supreme Court, UK Supreme Court, and basically, I don't know much more information than you can find using Google at this stage. So hopefully, Rod or someone else can bring a little bit more information to hand, obviously without prejudicing the case, that kind of thing. And hopefully then we both find out what's happening with that. Also, in relation to the Privy Council, there is a potential for a writ of mandamus, which is a command from the Queen basically to ensure that the High Court accepts filings. If it refuses to do so, that is theoretically possible. It might well make some diplomatic issues potentially, so it's untested, and we might have to find out what they say or do if the High Court decides to refuse filings for electoral petitions, that kind of thing. So another question or query is, why has the person asking a question not heard anything from GAP since the election? Has GAP closed? That kind of thing. So there have been probably about 6 or so videos made after the election from GAP candidates. That includes Facebook videos with Jaden and Deno. Deno's one of the organisers of the Great Australian Party. There's been a lot of Paul Kapakasa / CoACA, Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act news. So CoACA News, CoACA News, NEWS. Interviews with people who ran for GAP in the election. So there's one with me probably a week or 2 ago. Helen, I think, was just after myself by a couple of days. I think Jaden did another one, and BJ Footer did one, I think, yesterday. I'm yet to watch that one, but we, at least the candidates have still been active and, getting information out there. Obviously, getting the information out there is not so effective if people have lost interest and stop sharing videos, that kind of thing, stop watching them. And then also we do have the issue with Facebook censoring information from the Great Australian Party and from the candidates. So with that, just from my personal experience and knowledge, I've put in a complaint to 3 different government organisations, and they were, from memory, the Queensland Human Rights Commission, the Human Rights Commission's a federal one, the Anti-Discrimination Commission of Queensland, and then also the ACCC. So, so far what's happening with those is that the Federal Anti-Discrimination Commission, they say that they only have jurisdiction for political bias, political discrimination, for employment related things. So basically they said we don't have jurisdiction. The Queensland Anti-Discrimination Board has asked for evidence from myself. So I provided a statutory declaration as well as evidence, including video evidence of Facebook censoring the Great Australian Party stuff. So an example is a post of the AEC, Australian Electoral Commission's tally room, with my name listed on it, and it was a screenshot, and that refused or was refused to be even posted. So obviously Facebook uses optical character recognition, and we've got that on video as an example. So just posting that screenshot from an Australian government website came up as this goes against community standards and you can't post it, only you can see it, that kind of thing. There's also been videos where, for instance, Grant McDougall, I think his name is from memory, he made a video just before the election. He apparently woke up to the fact that the VONC vote, or vote of no confidence, was false or a scam, because he was pushing that a few months ago. But he made a video that he politely just tells people that he believes that people should vote for the Great Australian Party, something like that. So any likes, I screen recorded trying to press like on that video, and it comes up, this is against community standards. Trying to comment on the video or to reply to a comment on the video, came up, this is against community standards. And also, I think from memory, they removed the share button for that particular video, just from memory. And then there were posts from, say, Mark Aldridge that someone I know tried to share, and we screen recorded that, and that was, I think, before the election. And then some error message just kept coming up saying you can't share it, something like that. Words to that effect. Again, just from my memory, I have submitted that evidence to the Queensland Anti-Discrimination Commission, and it's whatever the evidence is. I'm just repeating roughly what I recall it to be. And then there's some other issues about Facebook censoring me, removing my pages or profiles, and shadow banning pages, that kind of thing. So that's where I'm at with the Anti-Discrimination Commission stuff. Also, I just have to move this page, which is working as a reflection. Well, that wasn't helpful. The video cut out when I went to change tabs, and I think based on this, like what happened, that I basically can't look up anything on my computer at the same time as using this particular camera recording, which is what came with the computer that I bought. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So in terms of electoral petitions, basically when the writs are returned, which has apparently it's going to be about 5.5 weeks after the election for this year, then there's a 40-day window in which to lodge electoral petitions to try and get rid of ineligible candidates, that kind of thing. So we're moving forward with that, and I do have a fundraising page on GoFundMe. I do have a goal of $365,000 to basically fund litigation. So some of the costs related to that are, for barristers or, filing costs. What else? There's like a $500 deposit for each electoral petition as an example, class that as filing costs. There's a whole heap of other stuff as well. potentially getting a mandamus in the UK with the Privy Council if necessary. And then also, if the Commonwealth pays for the costs, i.e. if we win, or if using the Commonwealth Electoral Act, that the court decides that the Commonwealth should pay for the litigation, then we'd win back costs, and whatever donations we get with my page that was set up by Yannicka, then we'll put that to other useful purposes, such as education of the public, something like that. I'm not sure exactly what that would be used for at the moment, but it would be something to benefit everyone that wants to learn about the Constitution. It might involve going around doing seminars. I'm not sure at this stage, but that is not at the fore at the moment of my mind. So I have to get prepared electoral writs, and hopefully find for one, GAP people that are wanting to run their electoral petitions, and then also other minor party independents to do individual ones as well, especially for the lower house where GAP wasn't running, or for Northern Territory, ACT. Don't think we had anyone in Tasmania either. So for the Senate, for those as well. And it's my understanding that at least one other GAP person is also putting in electoral petitions at this stage without having seen my one yet, but they have to wait before they can put that electoral petition in, and they apparently have barristers already working on it. And then I can share my information with them, and hopefully they share their information with me as well to make our cases stronger. So I'm not sure exactly what got cut out when the video stopped, and I don't really have time to review the video at the moment, even though it's probably 10 minutes long or something like that. And I'm losing my voice anyway, but I'm just trying to get this video out there so that you can be updated with some of the information. One thing I think that was cut out was about what I'm personally doing in Queensland. So I am basically going to have a monthly meeting somewhere in Queensland, a different place each month, and focusing on the southern part of Queensland at first, especially since my car's still not working at the moment, which is an issue I have to worry about to fix up, but it just limits my transport options at the moment. So on the 24th, which is in 10 days time, sorry, I am having a meeting at Robina, and then we've got a few people that said they're going to come to that, so that will be excellent. If you're interested in going to the meeting, please send me an email to vote.a.martin, martin @gmail.com. So vote.a.martin@gmail.com, and please let me know, and I will provide more information to you and details how to register for that. And it also helps me know how many people are turning up, and hopefully you can bring some friends as well. So that's what I'm doing personally, and hopefully that can be replicated by other GAP candidates. And I'm not sure if it cut out about mergers, so the suggestion that GAP and other like-minded small parties merge together and grow and grow and grow, and as they merge they become more powerful, have shared resources, and basically can absorb bigger and bigger parties, and hopefully be an actual third force in Australian politics. So that'll do me for now before I lose my voice completely. Thank you for your time and goodbye. Please do like, share, subscribe, share this video, let people know that, you know, we haven't given up and that, you know, things are in motion, and hopefully you people can support us in that, either me individually or the Great Australian Party as a whole, or your particular candidate in, you know, your state or whatever. And let's try and grow from the experience and grow from here so that we are a powerful force to be reckoned with for the next election. And like I said, there's Court of Disputed Returns things and whatever in place or being put in place as well. So thanks again, goodbye and good night.